doing a pre-recorded video. I am Danielle Storm, and I have so enjoyed interacting with you guys in Shelly's makeup tutorial group. And I am doing this pre-recorded video so that in case tomorrow night there's some technology issue or something, then we have this. I can send this to you. So this is actually Tuesday. I'm hoping not to post this, but this is my just in case I need to, or in case Shelly wants to share this with anybody else that's not on Facebook. So I am super excited to share my absolutely favorite makeup with you, Seint makeup. This makeup is a cream-based makeup. It is different than what a lot of people are used to. I'm going to go over some information about the makeup, and then I'm going to apply my makeup and we'll get started. So I keep having a thing pop up. Hopefully it's not affecting the video. But, okay, first things first. Seint makeup, cream-based makeup. They have the most beautiful palettes. All of your makeup that you use for your face, besides your mascara, can be used out of a palette. So my palette that I used for an entire year until I upgraded to a larger palette was this one. So this is a 410 palette. All of your makeup can be in here. We've got your highlight, your brightening highlight, your contour, and your lip and cheek. So this is a 410 makeup palette. It goes up to, well, a lot larger than this. I believe the highest we go is 27, but this is a double decker. So you can have 6 here, and you can have 6 here. This can hold up to 12 regular 10 palettes, and this can also hold double that, so 24 if you just want to do a palette full of eyeshadows. So we've got beautiful eyeshadows. Beautiful lip and cheek colors. That's the best thing, I think, is finding multiple lip and cheek colors that you love and changing out your color. But whenever I say highlight color, think of it in terms as if I were talking about your foundation color. So if you go to CVS or Walgreens or Kroger and you're picking or wherever you get your makeup, if you're picking your foundation color, that would be similar to the highlight color for Seint. So your main color. So when you purchase this makeup, I will color match you. You can send me a picture, makeup-free face. I'll color match you. So everything in here will be customized. So it will match your color of your face for this main highlight. This is a brightening highlight. You can think of this in terms of your concealer. So like what goes under your eyes here, and what goes, well, we'll talk more about that, but what goes in your T-zone, because it's a 3D foundation. So it's going to give you really great coverage throughout your face. Everything has a place. We'll get more into that as I apply the makeup, but if you think about it in terms of like paint by numbers, it's a cream-based makeup, paint by numbers, so everything has a place. You've got your foundation color here, your concealer color here, your contour under your cheekbones, and your lip and cheek color here and here. And this makeup is great because it is multifunctional. So I get a lot of reddening or veiny looks on my eyelids. So I take my brightening highlight and put that over my eyelids, which you'll see in a little bit, to prime my eyelid for my for my eyeshadow. And if I just want to use my contour for the day as my eyeshadow, then I can apply that on the lid of my eyelid, and I'm done. So I don't do much with my eyebrows. I never have. Some people love doing eyebrows. Some people get their eyebrows microbladed. That's just not me. But I do love this makeup. So let's talk brushes for a minute. So we've got, the makeup used to be called mascara. And so this is the older looking brush. But now these are the newer ones. So it's called Seint. So this is the 3D brush. I love this brush. I do my whole face with this brush. If I want to get more glammy with my eyes, then I use my eyeshadow brush. But there's multiple different types of brushes you can use. I've got this brush as well. They're very dense on the end, so you can, some people ask me, do I need to get the Seint brush or can I just use my own brush? Well, You can use your own brush, but these brushes were dense. They're great for picking up the cream so you don't use too much. So I highly suggest getting one of the Seint brushes for the reason that it will help your makeup go longer. The best advice I can give you with this makeup too is less is more. You do not need a lot of this makeup. You can build on it once you have applied your makeup, and if you want more, you can build on it, but you need very little. I also suggest, a lot of people are used to using a primer initially. So, and then letting the primer dry and then putting their makeup on. I don't feel like you need a primer with this makeup because it's cream based, and if it doesn't set on your skin, then it can shift. If you have a primer on, then there's a barrier in between your skin and the makeup, and it can move around. This, if you just, wash your face. If you want to put a moisturizer on, great, but you do not need a primer. Some people use setting spray and let that dry. If you use a setting spray, whatever brand you use, great. Seint has a great setting spray, but you do not need to use a setting spray. I haven't used one for a very long time, but Seint does have a great one and it smells very good. So you can use the setting spray, let that dry, and then put your makeup on as well, and then use the setting spray at the end if you'd like. So these tins, you have, the more tins you get, the more credit you get towards a palette. So if you get, I think it's 8 tins, you get your palette for free. So each one of these tins is $14. So when you go to replace your foundation color or highlight color, brightening highlight, contour, lip and cheek, you replace them at different times because you go through them at different times. So you just have to pay the $14 to replace them. They pop out, they're magnetized, so it's amazing. They just pop right out. You can put your new one in. They just pop right in. They're not going to fall out. I highly recommend when you're getting started, get the double decker of this. So you want to have space for 8 tins at a minimum. If you can afford it in your budget, go up to 12 tins. So this size. This is, I think, the best size. And that way you can do your highlight, your brightening highlight, your contour, your lip and cheek, your illuminator, which we'll talk about that, and then your bronzer. So those are all cream based, and then you can keep your powders down here. So I have my Vanilla Dust setting powder, and I have my other powders down here. That way, if I were to drop this for some reason, which I haven't had this happen, but if I were to drop it, then my creams wouldn't be ruined because my powders are all in my creams now. So that's a great way to keep them separate. So let's get started. So I am going to first use, I have nothing on my face currently. I'm trying to look at the camera, but also looking at my mirror, the screen too. So I'm going to take this brush, which is my 3D brush, and I'm going to dab it into my highlight color. So that is my main highlight color, which is wheat. And I'm just going to do, you don't want to brush because then you'll get lines on your face. You just want to kind of pat it into your face. It's like called a stippling motion. So just pat it into your face there. Kind of in as if I were to have a beard. This is the area where I'm going in. So pat it in right there. So this is wheat. Like I said, when you order this makeup, you not only get a customized palette with your color that we will pick out for you together, you and I, and we'll work together to figure out what color is best for you. But you will also, as you're starting to use the makeup, any troubleshooting, reach out to me anytime, and I will, we will work through any issues that you have, because it's a little bit of a learning curve using cream-based makeup. So I can hear my voice coming up this year. Talking about excavators. Any of you moms of boys or moms of boys and girls, life is busy. Life is busy, busy, and so much fun. So I'm going to put it up here. I got the area in my, where is, as if I were to have a beard. Got that done. I'm just pushing it in, rubbing it just a little bit, but not much. Then I'm going to go kind of in my temple area. This is still my highlight color, so this is like my foundation color. But over here, got that notice that keeps popping up. I'm not sure why. Okay, and I'm not doing right here my T-zone, down my nose, here on my Cupid's bow or my chin yet. I'll show you why. I'm going to do just a little bit up here. Like I said, you don't layer much with this makeup. I just started doing a little bit of my main highlight color under my eyes too, and I find that it helps with my circles if I put that on, and then I'm going to put my brightening highlight. So next I'm going to do my brightening highlight. You can apply this makeup with your fingers or you can apply it with your brush. Sometimes I go back and forth just depending on the day, I don't know why, but today I'm going to do it with my brush. So I'm just going to stipple it in. I'm almost out of my Aura. This is Aura. I love this color. So I'm just going to do it here in my T-zone. I switched sides too. This side is a little less dense. This side is more dense and it's more narrow. Okay. I have this strong feeling that my boys are going to come through the door at any moment, so you might get to see them. Okay. I also get redness around my nose here, so I'm going to use a little bit of my, you can use your brightening highlight or your regular highlight color around there. And then right here on the Cupid's bow. Okay, and then on my chin. So I'm just going to go in and blend all of that out. If you watch other artists online, you will see everybody does. My feelings right. Yes, sweetie. Okay, do it under my eyes as well. My brightening highlight. You are.
So can you be the teacher?
Yes. Can I be the teacher in just a few minutes? Let me finish this video, okay?
My class?
Yes. You guys go set up your class. Shut the door, and I'll be out in just a minute.
We're in different class.
Okay, shut the door. No, we're not. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to push it in under my eyes here. So your skin under your eyes is very thin, so you don't want to rub it a lot. And also, you don't want to get too much product up here because it'll enhance those lines that you have. So I am 38 years old and I am seeing more and more lines every day. So you don't want to do that. You need less is more. I cannot stress that enough. So I'm just going to blend it out here. Tomorrow night, if this video is not needed, you could also watch this one. But my plan tomorrow night is to show you a little bit different technique too. Because once you get your makeup, you can play around with it and see what works best for you. So I am going to go into my contour. The contour is a little more packed in, so it's not as, I feel like it's not as creamy. It could be a little more stiff. So I'm going to use my finger here. And I'm just going to start right here at the top of my cheekbone and kind of find the hollow parts of my cheekbone and go down from there. Okay, so this is, if you've never used contour, this is kind of a bit of a learning curve. So I don't know if you can see it there. It's just right below my cheekbone. And I'm coming into where my eye, I'm not coming any further because I don't want to bring the look of my face down. But I'm coming just to where the edge of my eye is, okay? And so over here as well. Here we go. Okay, so that I'm going to blend that in. I'm going to let it warm up for a minute. That's the thing about contour that I love too, or the cream paste makeup that I love too. The longer it sits on your face, the more it warms up and it blends beautifully, okay? So I also have a very large forehead, so I call it a 5 head. So I contour, the purpose of contour is to bring shadow to your face. So that's why it's called 3D foundation as well, is it's going to shadow up here. It's going to give me more defined cheekbones. I'm going to get a shadow down here, and then it's going to draw more attention to my eyes and the center of my face. So I'm going to do a little bit of contour right underneath my jawline. We all have a natural shadow right underneath our chin. So I'm, oh man, girls, I need to get my nails done again. I just realized how bad they look. Okay. So now that it's warmed up a little bit, I'm going to go in and blend it out. I'm going to take the thicker part of my 3D brush and blend that up into my hairline. Okay. I also am super hopeful that the live works tomorrow night so I can answer any questions you have. Okay, we're going to blend up as well, okay? Keep saying okay. I don't know why. Okay. All right. So I've got that blended a little bit. Can you see that? A little bit more definition. Okay. And then I'm going to take, this is nude. I think I'm going to use a different color today. I'm going to use, let's see, I've got pink grapefruit. I think I'm going to use pink grapefruit. That's this more pink color. Okay. So I'm going to put that just right there on the top. The pink grapefruit and the nude are actually really pretty colors to blend together. So I think I'll just blend this out, and maybe actually I might add a little more nude on top. We're gonna blend those together. Nude and pink grapefruit. Okay. So now I'm going to blend that in. When I color match you, let's talk about this for a minute. See that color? So subtle, so pretty. When I color match you, if you are finding that the color, once you get your foundation on, if it is enhancing your pores, we need to go darker. We have gone too light, and we don't want to add texture. We do not want to enhance your pores, and so we need to go darker. If you find once you get your color on that you're having more of a yellow hue, then we need to go lighter. So I color matched someone the other day. It was a great example of it was just too dark for her. She needed to go lighter, and it turned out a little yellow. So we adjusted it. We went down 2 colors and made a world of difference. So that's definitely something. They have a great exchange policy. You can exchange your color within 30 days or return it within 30 days if you're just not happy with it. But I encourage you to give it some time and work with it. So I am now going to do my eyelids. I think that my face is where it needs to be at the moment. Actually, I need to blend down here. So we have a thing called Bella Bronzer, which is a beautiful color too. I don't have my Bella Bronzer yet. But it is very good at warming up the face in the summer. People love it. So if you're going to get this, I highly suggest you get the Bella Bronzer. Sadly, I can't give you an example of what it looks like, but you can go online and look at videos and see what the Bella Bronzer does to people's face and complexion. It's just beautiful. So it will go more in this section and on top of your lip and cheek, and well, some people put it down here, but it's going to do something different than the contour does. The contour provides more of a shadow. The Bella Bronzer does more of a warming up. It has more of a warming up effect. So let me put my lip and cheek on my lips. I'm going to combine again the nude and the pink grapefruit. This ruby is a very, very pretty color as well. It's not as red on the lips as it looks in the tin. So okay, I'm going to do my brightening highlight on my eyelid. The boys are playing school. I love that. They're gearing up for school. I'm just going to do it with my finger. Okay, so this just gives me more of an even skin tone on my eyelids before I put my eyeshadow on.
Mommy,
hey, Baba.
can you be the teacher?
Yes, I'll be the teacher. Hey, the teacher's going to show up in just a few minutes, okay? Get ready for class. Do you have all your books?
2 minutes, 3 minutes,
3
minutes,
3
or
minutes.
1 minute?
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yep.
How many is that?
That's 180 seconds, okay? All right, so can you shut the door, sweetie? Thank you. So this is Vanilla Dust Setting Powder. I'm going to also put that on my eyes on top of that brightener. Kind of a primer. Okay. And then I'm going to go in with my, I don't remember what color this is. I love this color trio. This is Basic, okay? So I'm going to go in with Basic. I don't have the brush for the Seint brush, but I do love this brush. It's just a Eco Tools brush. Okay, so it's got a fluffy side, which Seint has this as well, and it's beautiful. and probably works very, very well. I just have not got it. And so I'm going to go on the top of my eyelid here with this basic color, and I'm going to go out on my eyebrow, or my eyelid, I'm sorry. Okay, another pro tip. When you're doing, not your eyes, I just thought of this though, when you're doing your lip and cheek color, a lot of people will smile and do their blush. Don't do that, because whenever you do that, when you don't smile, it brings your blush down. So it kind of makes your face look, more sunken. Just do your blush like this, so whenever you smile, it naturally lifts. But if you do it when you smile and then you stop smiling, your face looks more sunken. So just a little tip with the blush. Okay, so I've got my basic color there on top. And then I'm going to take this color, which is called, their eyeshadows are beautiful. So this is called Philly. I'm going to take Philly, the other end of my brush. Seint has something very similar to this brush. And I'm going to do like a V on the outer corner here. And then I'll blend it in. So I'm going to do it up against my, what are those called? Eyelashes. And then do a V going up and then against my eyelashes. Then I'll blend it in. I'm going to do a little bit of the basic under my eyes too. Okay. And then take the other side, the thicker side of my brush, and blend that out top. And then I have Angel's Landing, which is a very popular glitter color. And I'm going to just dab my thinner part in there and put that right there on my eyelid. A pro tip too is put vanilla dust setting powder if that is in your budget to get vanilla dust setting powder. Get that and put it under your eyes. If you put that under your eyes, any time your mascara, I don't know whatever type of mascara you use, it will catch any type of flaking off throughout the day. Because it's cream-based makeup, if you don't put any kind of setting powder, translucent setting powder under your eyes, if you don't, then it's going to stick. So I learned that a little later on. I already did some, and I'm going to do a little bit more under my eyes here. Okay. And then I don't have my mascara with me, so we cannot complete this face, but that's all I did with my eyes. I did my basic color right here. I did Philly on the corner here, and then I did Angel's Landing on top. So very basic eyes, and then I did a little bit of the Philly underneath. I'm sorry, the basic underneath. So the last thing I'm going to do is called Illuminator. So I'm going to take my finger and my Illuminator. It's called Pearl Illuminator. Wherever you put Illuminator is where there's a little bit of natural light catch. So it will just kind of brighten up that area. You can probably see it a little bit. Brighten up that area of your face. So I'm also going to put it up here on my eyelids. Okay, and then my Cupid's bow. So a very good place to put it. And then my chin. Okay, so last but not least, I wet my sponge. This is called a Perfector Sponge. You can get your sponges at wherever. You can get it at Walgreens, Kroger, Home Goods, wherever. I do love this Perfector Sponge that Seint sells. I feel like it's very, absorbs the water well. You rinse it out, it swells up, and you press the makeup into your face. It's going to pull off any excess. It's going to soak, it sounds kind of weird, it's going to set well into your skin, and any lines, it's going to pull the excess out of the lines on your face so that it's not enhancing your lines. And this is how I set my makeup. You can use a setting spray. That is a great option as well. I don't. I just use this, and my makeup stays on all day. It does not go anywhere, okay? So I really wish I had my mascara in here. I feel like I can't finish my face. But tomorrow night, I'll make sure I have it with me. So now I can do my full face in 5 minutes. Okay, so I can do even my eyelids and my mascara and everything in 5 minutes. I love having all of my makeup here. It's all in one compact. I don't have to carry a makeup bag, sift through, try to find my foundation, try to find all the things. All I need when I'm traveling is this and my mascara. That's it. So I would love to answer all of your questions. Again, super hopeful. I don't need to use this video, and then I can do it live tomorrow night and answer your questions as they come. But I'm not sure. So I wanted to do this ahead of time. So I'm going to go play teacher now with my boys. But send me your selfies, 2 pictures, please, facing direct sunlight. Hold your camera up, take your picture, hold it straight out, take your picture, no makeup on, and we'll get to talk makeup. And I cannot wait for you to try this product. I would be very surprised if once you try it, you do not like it and you go back to something different, because it is truly magical makeup. I love it. So all of you are beautiful. All of you look different. God has created all of you beautiful and your beautiful features, and this makeup does a great job of enhancing that beauty. Sorry, my dog is like sneezing in the corner. As I'm trying to talk about you and the Lord and His beauty that He's created in you. But God has created you all beautiful, and I hope that you know that and see that even without makeup. But this makeup is just fun and does a great job of enhancing that beauty. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Can't wait to get your pictures. If for any of you that have not sent me a picture, and get you color matched. And then you can ask me any questions anytime. If you're doing your makeup at 2 a.m. for some reason, then I'm here. I can answer your questions and we can troubleshoot. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day.